But that's it, they're lined up. Race away, and Environment Friend not as quickly into his stride as Silver Wisp, who leads. And it's Silver Wisp, the orange jacket, leading by a length of Zinard, showing in third Garden of Heaven, then Spring the outside. Then in the Bumblebee hoops comes Apple Tree. The white cap is user-friendly. And they race through the first quarter mile, which is very much on the collar. Very steep climb indeed through this first half mile of this trip. Silver Wisp leads by a length and a half. To Zinard, then Garden of Heaven, Spring are sharing third place. Then behind that one is Apple Tree, user-friendly, Opera House, and Environment Friend. The grey is just the trailer. They come to the end of the first 3 furlongs, and they pass the 9 pole now with Silver Wisp just leading. Silver Wisp by a length to Zinard, the blue jacket, the inside of Spring, on the outside of Garden of Heaven. Then comes Apple Tree, followed by user-friendly, a length back to Environment Friend, and a half back to Opera House. Inside the last mile now, and it's Silver Wisp leading by a length to Zinard, and then in third place is Garden of Heaven, and these are followed then by Apple Tree with Spring out wide, and then user-friendly and Environment Friend as they pass the 7 pole. Opera House still the back marker at the highest point of the track, and soon to come to the halfway stage. And silhouetted on the skyline, still Silver Wisp showing the way. To Zinard the outside, Spring wide of Garden of Heaven, and then comes Apple Tree, half a length back to user-friendly. Then comes Environment Friend, and still Opera House the back marker as they race down past the 5. 9 to 4 joint favourites, they off the off. That's Opera House and user-friendly, and they're last but 2 at this stage, and they come down to the 4, and the pace is being set by Silver Wisp, but Zinard the outside, Spring wide of Apple Tree, and then Garden of Heaven the rail as they round Tattenham Corner, and they're in line for home now, and they're electing to come down the centre to stand side, with the exception of Garden of Heaven, who's racing alone. Apple Tree is given room. The grey Environment Friend's coming with a run. User-friendly second from the left. On the extreme left is Opera House. They're split up right across the track, and they've got 2 to go. And it's Apple Tree for France, pressed by Environment Friend with the red cap, and it's Environment Friend and Apple Tree who fight it out. Here comes Opera House on the outside. In behind them in eating ground is user-friendly, but she can't find the reserves to take it. It's a close call up front between Apple Tree and Environment Friend, and swooping and last and laces of all is Opera House, and at the line a photo Opera House and Environment Friend, and Apple Tree the meat in the sandwich. A gap of 4 or 5 to user-friendly. Then came Zinard, Spring, Silver Wisp, and trailing back to number 3 Garden of Heaven, who was last of all. And so the outcome of this, the ever-ready Coronation Cup, a desperately last race, last furlong flourish by number 4 Opera House, the 9 to 4 joint favourite. This Son of Sadler's Wells at 11 to 4. Opera House solid at 9 to 2. But that's it. They're lined up and they kick away, and Coringa Bay is the first to get the call, with Great Palm and these two showing the early work. From Tenby showing in third, and then Opera House and Whitecap 4. Missile, a big striding horse, racing 5, just ahead of Environment Friend 6. Then Barathea settled well, so to Arkong, who's the back marker. They've gone through the first quarter mile, and it's Great Palm that dictates now. Great Palm the leader by about a length or so to Coringa Bay the outside of Tenby, a gap of a length and a half off this strong pace to Opera House, and then Missile, Environment Friend, Barathea, and still the back marker, the trailer, is the French raider Arkong. Inside the final mile now, and it's still Great Palm that leads. Great Palm by a length or so to Coringa Bay the outside of Tenby, Missile the inside of Opera House. Then Environment Friend and Barathea, and still Arkong poised to play his hand late. They'll soon start the turn out of the back straight, and it's the great big horse Great Palm striding a length and a half of the good over Tenby, travelling well the inside of Coringa Bay. It's Great Palm, Coringa Bay, Tenby, Missile, Opera House, Barathea, Environment Friend and Arkong still last as they begin the turn for home. And Great Palm blazing the trail, clear by 2 to Coringa Bay. And Pat Eddery on Tenby just being asked to keep his position there. Pat, you can see, starting to go to work on this little horse. Opera House, the white cap, is travelling well. Missile tries to get closer. The grey on the right, Environment Friend, none going better than Barathea as they pass the 3. Tenby looks in trouble. They've come down to the 2 furlong marker, and Coringa Bay and the blue colours comes to take it. from Great Palm. Tembe rallying, nothing if not tough. Missile gets a run. Opera House the outside. Barathea, when could he use his speed? With just over a furlong to go, and it's a wide open race with Opera House going on. Coringa Bay the inside. Missile the grey comes through on the inside of that one. They're inside the final furlong. And Opera House for Super Sub. Mick Kinane takes it up. Missile is flying at the death. Tembe finds reserves and stays on. But Opera House is going to lift the Coronation Eclipse. Missile rallies close home. Opera House and Missile. A photo Opera House and Missile from Tembe in third. Then came Coringa Bay and Barathea, followed by Arkanga, who never got competitive. Environment Friend dropped out to beat Great Palm last of all. And so the outcome of this, the Coral Eclipse, it's a win for number 6, Opera House.
They're under starters orders. And they're running. Jearn just dwells a little bit, and so does Environment Friend. And going on in the early stages, Desert Team with User Friendly on the outside, White Muzzle on the inner, and then Platini, and then Drum Taps. Then comes Commander-in-Chief with Opera House on his outside and Tenby close. Then Jearn and Environment Friend, the back marker, as they run down towards Swinley Bottom with George Duffield and User Friendly the leaders. User Friendly going on from on the outside, Desert Team, then Drum Taps, White Muzzle, Commander-in-Chief keeping him well in his sights. Platini's lost a little bit of ground. They're racing towards the mile marker, going a blistering gallop too, and it's User Friendly, the mare, making it. User Friendly from Desert Team, Drum Taps right up with them too, just in behind the leaders. White Muzzle has made good ground with Commander-in-Chief. Platini still losing ground. Tenby has now gone second to User Friendly, and it's User Friendly the leader from Tenby in second and Desert Team third. Opera House making ground on the outside of Commander-in-Chief with Drum Taps coming next. The mare still taking him along. George Duffield towards the left of the picture, hugging the rails. Tenby close in second, then Drum Taps. Commander-in-Chief coming there towards the right of the picture with Opera House, and he's being followed by Jearn. Desert Team has lost his position. They're past the 6th pole, and still User Friendly the leader with the dual Dole Cup winner Drum Taps in second, Tenby third. Then comes in 4th place under pressure though Desert Team on the inside. Towards the outer going very cosily is the dual Derby winner Commander-in-Chief. Opera House still very well in contention as they race now towards the home turn, and it's User Friendly, Drum Taps, Opera House and Commander-in-Chief. They're being chased by User Friendly making ground towards the outside. It's User Friendly just with the advantage now from Drum Taps, then Commander-in-Chief, then comes Opera House behind them, Desert Team, and then White Muzzle making ground, and then Jearn also. Well into the straight now in the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes, and it's Opera House and Commander-in-Chief, the old horse, the older horse Opera House, the young horse on the far side Commander-in-Chief, and here comes White Muzzle to join them. It's Opera House with the advantage from Commander-in-Chief and then White Muzzle. These three have the race between them inside the final furlong. Opera House from White Muzzle and Commander-in-Chief. Opera House is going to win it for the older generation. Opera House strides up through the line, the winner. Opera House wins it. It's a photo for second between White Muzzle and Commander-in-Chief. 4th was User Friendly, then Drum Taps and Environment Friend and Desert Team. Behind Desert Team was Tenby, and behind Tenby was Jearn, and last was the German Hope Platini. And so the result of the 1993 King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes. First, number 4, Opera House, owned by Sheikh Mohammed, trained by Michael Stout and written by Michael Roberts, and it's a photo for second place